Thanks, Isabel. Thanks, Byron. Thanks, San Francisco, and friends of the San Francisco Public Library. And most of all, thanks to all of you for coming out on a Saturday night to support poetry. That's amazing. You should all give yourself a big hand. So we brought together tonight 6 wonderful artists who are of very diverse backgrounds. They're all Vietnamese, but I think in some ways that might be the least important thing about them. They're in such a diversity of different interests, different skills, different histories, different biographies, different passions. And hopefully what they will demonstrate is that there's many different ways of making poetry. So the 6 people we have tonight are Lan Tran, Viet Nguyen, Diaspora, Viet Nguyen, Vietnamese, and Andrew Ma. They are people of many and varied accomplishments, and their biographies are here in the program. So I invite you to read them as the night progresses. I will introduce each of them, and I will just give a slightly redacted version of their accomplishments for you. So our first performer tonight is Lan Tran. She is a writer and a performer of 3 off-Broadway shows. Her work has been featured on NPR and performed at Walt Disney Concert Hall's Red Cat Theater, as well as the Ford Amphitheater Complex in Los Angeles. Her writing appears most recently, besides her short fiction and her performance pieces, a remarkable essay, actually, in A New Literary History of America from Harvard University Press. So please join me in welcoming Lan Tran.
Got here a little early when that line was just beginning to form. And my boyfriend says, "Is that for your event?" No, but I went on my iPhone and I was looking up what events are happening at Fort Mason. And I said, okay, it's either for puppets, it's a beer festival. Oh, it's improv murder mystery. This is so cool. It's like, you get to guess what the weapon is, you get to, and he goes, I think it's the beer festival. This next piece is an excerpt from my second Broadway show called Elevator/Steps, which was about the emotional links that survivors of 9/11 had with survivors of sexual abuse. And here's a character that was based on an experience that my mother had in the hospital. I'm just going to read an excerpt. That medical doctor, irresponsible. It's routine procedure. I go colonoscopy, nothing wrong. Regular checkup. At hospital, they put tube in my dick. Pump air into my colon so can inflate. But nurse, she young, she nervous, she put air pressure too high, so I let go tube, I hold it between my legs. Cái lão bác sĩ, doctor, he named Damien, he get upset on me. More air pressure. He forced to back inside me. He very distraught. So rush, he not notice too much air go in. So supposed to put only this much air, like a small lemon. Nó cho bằng cái bưởi. Asian grapefruit, not American Asian. Much bigger. Escalaria. He put so much air in my colon, it popped like a balloon. Oh, I have pain. He said, shut up. He not listen. He pour liquid barium in me. It radioactive, forget X-ray. He not know he echo, so get barium. Still radioactive all inside me because of medical report said radioactive liquid mixed with blood, stool, internal organ. Mine. They make emergency surgery on me, but because it's liquid, they not pick up neat like a rice grain. It's liquid, so they not get it all. They make me colostomy. back 6 months. I put the rectal back, but sometime back leak. Bloating everywhere. Smelling everywhere. I get depressed. I not work. Doctor have lawyer. He said, I lazy. I sue doctor, so I not work. I lazy immigrant. I just want taking money. Lawyer said, doctor gave me a good citizen. He go Harvard. He church all the time. Plus he young. He good looking. I old. I ugly. So jury say he win. I not get money. I still must pay lawyer. That's the answer. This last one I just wrote for you today. Well into her 50s and 60s, my mother loved to hide. I would hear her calling me from an adjacent room, walk in, not see anyone, and then, wow! My little brother would pop out from under a table or behind a counter. Mom, you scared me. This would crack her up. My mother loved to crack herself up, usually with the same 5 jokes that involved some verbal misunderstanding, like the one about the cattle thief who told his buddy that it wasn't safe to steal yet because man on man. There's still a light. But then his hard of hearing buddy yells back, "Bỏ đen không lấy! We'll take the black cows!" She also loved the one about the guy whose name was G. Tên là G. Dạ tên là G. Không tên là G. Dạ tên là G. Ta hỏi mày tên là G. Dạ tên là G. She was also a fan of Vietnamese tongue twisters like ba ba béo ba cái kèo bên bờ biển, hướng ba hướng biển bị bỏ bóp. Still, so many things about her life I don't understand. I can recite facts for you, like how she wore so many layers that my family christened her the Princess of 10 Layers. Or how when she went to the grocery store, she would spell carrots, K-A space R-O-T, to preserve the monosyllabic quality of Vietnamese. Or facts like how she made the best cream caramel, otherwise known as flan. But that probably doesn't give you that much more of an idea of who she is, does it? It doesn't me either. And these are the random facts I've been tossing and turning and churning away at. I know you were 7 of 9 children. I know your family lost everything because of the communists. I know you came to the States in the 60s to get your undergraduate master's degrees. In the American South, no less. Texas and Tennessee, that couldn't have been fun. But who are you? It's not that I regret never asking her. I pestered her to death about her past. My mother joined a convent at the age of 18, and at 15, she spent an entire year bedridden because of migraines. I'm almost positive there's some trauma that my mother and I have more in common than she's willing to admit. And when I ask about these things, she doesn't answer. One year for her birthday, I gave her a hand-decorated journal with questions for her to answer, like, what was your first impression of America? When did you realize you would never go back to the Vietnam you grew up in? How did that make you feel? I told her, you don't have to share these answers with me now. I was still in college at the time when I gave her the journal, but someday I'd like to know you, really know you. Years after I gave her the notebook, I found it again, and while she had answered some questions, the really juicy questions, she gave coy answers to, like, were you ever in love before you met Dad? My mom's answer, yes.